Come with me, if you will, on a gentle journey. We shall leave the ground behind. Here there are no schedules to keep, no demands on your time. There is only the soft hum of the air and the vast expanse of the sky above. We are floating, weightless, preparing to witness something quite special. Below us, a landscape waits to reveal its stories. It is a place of life, of history, of quiet rhythms. Let us breathe in, and as we breathe out, let the world below come into focus. This is a journey of pure relaxation, a moment of peace suspended in time. We are drifting over West Bengal, in the heart of India. The land beneath us is a patchwork of green and brown. A city is beginning to take shape. This is Asansol. The sun has just begun its ascent. Its first rays, soft and golden, touch the highest points of the city. A gentle light spills across the landscape. It is a slow, magical process. The darkness recedes, not in a rush, but like a tide going out. The city of Asansol is painted in hues of orange and pink. The mist in the valleys glows, turning the world into a dreamscape. This is the quietest moment of the day. It is a time of pure potential before the bustle begins. The air is crisp and clean, and from our vantage point we can see the entire spectacle unfold in perfect silence. Below, the first signs of life are stirring. A lone vehicle traces a path along a main road, its headlights still on, though barely needed now. The rivers catch the morning light beautifully. The Damodar and its smaller tributary, the Nunia, are not just lines on a map from up here. They are shimmering ribbons of liquid gold. Now let us turn our attention to the city's natural spaces. From above, Asansol is not just a collection of buildings. It is a landscape interspersed with remarkable pockets of green. These are the city's lungs. The most prominent of these is Nehru Park. It appears as a large emerald green carpet laid out amidst the urban sprawl. We can see the intricate patterns of its pathways, the dark circle of its musical fountain, and the gentle curve of its boating lake. Even from this height, it is an oasis of calm. It is a space designed for peace, for community, for a connection with nature. The rivers, the city's blue veins, are just as vital. The mighty Damodar River flows to the south. It is wide and powerful. Its banks are a mixture of sandy shores and lush vegetation. It carves a dominant path through the landscape, a reminder of nature's enduring power. To the north, the smaller Nunia River meanders more gently. It is a lifeline for the communities along its banks. From our aerial perspective, we can see how the city has grown around these water sources. The rivers are not just boundaries, they are central to the city's identity and its very existence. Look closely at the smaller green spaces. They are scattered throughout the residential areas like tiny jewels. Let us now observe the lines that truly define Asansol. They're not rivers of water, but rivers of steel, the railway tracks. They gleam in the daylight, a vast and intricate network of iron arteries. Asansol is a major railway hub, a key junction in India's enormous rail system. From above, the main station is a hive of activity. We can see the long platforms, the covered sheds, and the countless tracks that converge and diverge like the threads of a complex tapestry. It is a place of constant motion, of arrivals and departures. It is the heart of the city, pumping life and commerce through its steel veins. The history of Asansol is inseparable from the history of the Indian railways. The city grew and prospered because of its strategic position on the railway map, established during the British era. It was built to transport the region's rich coal deposits. From our vantage point, we can see the legacy of this history. We can spot the old railway colonies with their distinctive architecture, red brick buildings with large verandas laid out in neat, orderly grids. These are living museums, a quiet testament to a bygone era. Watch as a train snakes its way across the landscape. From this height, it looks like a miniature toy. A long caterpillar of carriages moves steadily along the tracks. We see it cross a bridge over the Nunia River, a perfect intersection of human engineering and natural beauty. Let us now float gently over the residential heart of the city. The view below transforms into a rich and varied tapestry of rooftops. In the older parts of town, near the railway station, the buildings are clustered closely together. Their roofs are a mix of weathered terracotta tiles and flat concrete surfaces, creating a warm, earthy palette of reds, greys, and browns. Narrow lanes like canyons wind their way between these homes. From our perspective, we can see the hidden courtyards, the small patches of green on a terrace, the intimate, unseen spaces where daily life unfolds. As we drift towards the newer developments, the pattern changes. The layout becomes more organized, more spacious. Here we see planned neighborhoods with wider streets and more uniform houses. The rooftops are more modern, often painted in brighter colors. Each house has its own small garden, a square of green that adds to the orderly feel of the area. We can see schools with large playgrounds, community halls, and small markets that serve these residential clusters. From this height, we can observe the rhythm of domestic life without intrusion. We see laundry drying on rooftops, a vibrant splash of color against the concrete. We might spot children playing a game of cricket in a small open patch of ground. Every city has its landmarks, its points of reference that give it a unique character. From our aerial viewpoint, Asansol's landmarks take on a new perspective. Let us glide towards the heart of the city and observe the Sacred Heart Church. Its Gothic Revival architecture stands out distinctly amidst the surrounding buildings. We can see its pointed spires reaching for the sky, a symbol of faith and a historical anchor in the city. Now let us turn our gaze towards a different kind of landmark. The Kalyaneswari Temple, located near the border with Jharkhand, is a site of great spiritual significance. From above, we see not just the temple structure itself, but the entire ecosystem that surrounds it. We see the flow of pilgrims along the pathways, the cluster of small shops selling offerings, and the temple's position overlooking the river. The city's educational institutions also stand out. The Asansol Engineering College, with its sprawling campus, appears as a large organized complex of buildings and green fields. We can see the academic blocks, the hostels, and the sports grounds. These are the places where the future of the region is being shaped. They are landmarks of knowledge and aspiration. From our perspective, they look like self-contained worlds dedicated to learning and growth. Finally, we observe the industrial landmarks that tell the story of Asansol's economic heritage. The old chimneys of the ISCO steel plant, though many are now silent, stand as monuments to the city's industrial past. We can see the vast scale of the plant, a city within a city. Nearby, we can spot the headframes of old coal mines, remnants of the industry that first brought prosperity to this region. As the day begins to draw to a close, the light changes once more. The sun, now low in the western sky, bathes Asansol in a warm golden glow. This is the golden hour. It is a time of magical transformation. Every surface is touched with a soft amber light. The shadows grow long, stretching out across the ground like dark fingers. The world below seems to slow down. The frantic energy of midday gives way to a more gentle, reflective mood. From our aerial perch, the city looks peaceful, almost nostalgic, as if it is recalling the events of the day. The rivers and lakes become mirrors of liquid fire. The surface of the water catches the last brilliant rays of the sun, reflecting a dazzling spectacle of orange, red, and gold. The green of the trees takes on a deeper, richer hue. The red brick buildings of the old railway colonies seem to glow from within. It is a painter's light, and it renders the entire landscape in a palette of breathtaking warmth. This fleeting period of beauty is a daily gift, a moment of grace before the arrival of night. The rhythm of the city changes. The traffic on the main roads begins to swell as people make their way home from work. But from our height, it is not a scene of chaos. It is a slow, flowing river of light as headlights begin to switch on. The last light of the sun has faded. The deep blue of twilight has settled over the land, and now a new transformation begins. One by one, then in clusters, then in a great flood, the lights of Asansol turn on. The city begins to glow. From our position in the dark sky, it is a breathtaking sight. The urban landscape is redrawn, not with buildings and roads, but with points of light. It is a constellation on the ground, a mirror of the stars above. The iron arteries of the railway tracks are now defined by the bright lights of the station and the moving lights of the trains. The main roads become brilliant ribbons of white and yellow light, tracing the city's circulatory system. We can see the clusters of light that mark the busy markets and commercial centers. These areas pulse with energy, their bright glow a testament to the life that continues long after sunset. In contrast, the residential areas are a softer, more diffuse sea of warmer, yellower lights. Each tiny light represents a home, a family, a story unfolding in the night. Landmarks take on a new identity after dark. A brightly lit temple or church becomes a beacon in the night. The city at night is a different entity from the city in the day. It is more mysterious, more abstract. The details are hidden in shadow, and only the illuminated outlines remain. It is a world of contrasts, of deep darkness punctuated by brilliant life. Our time in the sky is coming to an end. We begin our gentle descent, a slow and graceful return to the world below. The city grows larger, its details becoming more distinct once more. The abstract patterns of light resolve back into streets, buildings, and homes. The muted sounds of the city begin to reach us again, the distant horn of a train, the faint hum of traffic. We are leaving the silent, observational realm of the sky and rejoining the living, breathing world. But we will carry the memory of that peace with us. As we get closer, we have one last look at the tapestry of Asansol. We have seen it wake at dawn, bustle through the day, and glow in the night. We have appreciated its green lungs, its steel arteries, and its historic heart. We have witnessed its dual identity as a city of industry and a city of quiet beauty. From above, we have seen how all these different elements come together to form a coherent, living whole. It is a perspective that fosters a deep sense of connection and understanding. This aerial journey was a moment of pure relaxation, a chance to disconnect from the frantic pace of life and simply observe. And so we touch down, our journey complete. The world is solid under our feet again. But perhaps we see it a little differently now. The peace of the sky, the bird's eye view, the gentle unfolding of the city's life. These are things we can carry with us. Let this feeling of calm remain with you. The sky will always be there, holding its quiet secrets. And below, cities like Asansol will continue their daily dance of life, full of stories waiting to be discovered. All we need to do sometimes is change our perspective.